In today's YouTube video, we have to tell you about new things going on, such as a brand new crew pass outfit, new sprites coming to the island, some updates to the Spider-Man collaboration, and more. So without further ado, hope champs and champions are having a wonderful day. How's it all going? It's FireMonkey here, and let's dive into everything you need to know, starting off firstly with the brand new crew pass outfit. Right here, we have the Mortis X outfit, which also included a back bling and pickaxe under the codename of Vertex, or I guess Vertet, that is set to come to the game with the July 30th downtime update. And then once you're subscribed to the Fortnite crew, once we get the August 1st item shop, which technically will be the final day of July, you know, if you're on Eastern time zones, you'll be able to instantly get the Vertet outfit, or I guess Mortis X outfit, granted to your account entirely for free, just for being a part of the Fortnite crew. Now, currently, we don't know what any of the variants of the outfit looks like because it's not actually in the files right now, but we do have the concept art image version of this outfit, so you can kind of get a glimpse of what the bottom half of it will look like, especially when it comes to like the feet and leggings and everything else. It looks pretty cool. A lot of people are mentioning on social media that originally when the skin was in their like survey form, a lot of people thought it was going to be one of the members of the Seven. Some people thought it was going to be like one of the outfit designs for the origin being in the last reality or something. People just didn't know how this outfit was actually going to play into everything, and a lot of people speculated it was going to be related to lore. However, it appears that instead of being lore related, it's just something that kind of just exists. You know, it's a little crew pass outfit, you know, nothing too crazy about it. Maybe Epic Games give it a little bit of lore, you know, maybe if a lot of people love the outfit, they'll go ahead and do like reskins of it or something. But on its own, it is a free outfit you'll be able to grab, and I think it looks pretty nice. You know, it's one of the cooler looking ones out of the recent crew passes we've actually gotten. After that, we do have to talk about this week's kind of recap and battle royale. We'll be having a Mastery Monday as we typically do on July 27th. On July 30th, however, we have a brand new sprite date introducing the Pilly sprite, the Llama sprite, and then a new version of the 0 Point sprite to the battle royale island. Now, interesting thing I want to mention about the 0 Point sprite is, of course, this is a new 0 Point sprite variant. However, I'm not for sure which variant it actually is. You know, because if we zoom in on it, right? If I go ahead and just zoom in real quickly, you can see that it looks like what is that one variant we have actually? I'm already forgetting. Never mind, I'm actually not forgetting. This might look like the unreleased gym variant to some of you people, but the thing I want to point out here about it that I think is most interesting is that it's actually a 0 Point exclusive variant called the Quack variant. So this will be the Quack 0 Point that will actually release July 30th. Now, I'm not going to really, you know, delve into what the Quack variant's going to do because we don't really know that. We just know that it kind of exists in the files. But this is one of those things where we get a brand new unique variant added to the game that isn't actually a part of every single sprite. Instead, this variant is set to only be the 0 Point sprite, and that's what they're calling it there. It also makes me wonder what's going on with the gym variant of sprites, which looks pretty similar to the Quack version, but, you know, in a more white design or whatever. Are they still going to release those? Are they just going to scrap gym variants entirely? What about people who mastered a gym sprite before they got vaulted? Will they keep like the backbling variant or something? There's a lot of weird questions about it, and I really want to know what's actually going on with those gym sprites. But then after that, on August 1st, we have a question mark event going down. Now, something I should go ahead and mention here is that the day that August 1st actually happens, you know, in terms of this question mark event, is on a Saturday. Now, the reason why Saturdays are important is because that's power hour time in Fortnite. That is the time when you launch Fortnite, you do your shiny hours, your golden hours, holofoil hours, whatever else. It is power hour era, and that makes me think that this weekend's Saturday power hour might actually be a mystery because it might actually be related to the upcoming Spider-Man movie coming out, and we already know there's been leaks and stuff about the Spider-Man web shooters returning, new Spider-Man, you know, mythic weapons, or I guess not mythic weapons, but, you know, new Spider-Man skins in the game, and even a Spider-Man sprite. So it makes sense if the reason this one's kind of a mystery and the reason they don't want to tell us about the power hour is because it's related to that Spider-Man collaboration. And it's not even really just rumors in terms of Spider-Man coming to the game, because we have this, not that image, hold on, this image that you can see on screen right now under the codename of Leaf Mulch that actually showcases the brand new Spider-Man movie having some form of collaboration and crossover with Fortnite Battle Royale that will be added in the next update. So I think that is why we have like this mystery image over here once again, where it's like, hey, we're not telling you, but there's something next week, is because they don't want to go ahead and tell us straight out, hey, this is, you know, the Spider-Man collab or something like that. They want to have a little bit of mystery and intrigue, even if there's already been tons of leaks and teasers and stuff in game that seem to hint towards Spider-Man, of course, being being that actual Saturday thing. However, there's still a little bit of speculative territory, so it is still a chance that it isn't Spider-Man at all and ends up being like the John Wick sprite or something. But this also makes me wonder what is going on with this season's sprite system, because we were supposed to get a John Wick sprite and that hasn't been announced yet. We were supposed to, for example, get ourselves Jim sprite variants, and those were only enabled through a glitch and are like 100% finished and everything. There's so many different things that Epic Games is supposed to already have done with sprites that they kind of like scrapped or changed last minute, and it makes me wonder what the planning actually has turned into, because this is our final update on July 30th until the end of the season. Could they still have, you know, stuff coming out the next week after they go ahead and release this update? Yeah, of course. I think it's a little weird how they've like shifted plans, because Jim sprites were supposed to have already been out for like 2 updates now, and Jim sprites are still unreleased in the game. Regardless of what is going on there, I thought I would just give you guys a little bit of an update on everything happening, and they got announced today for Fortnite. Hope you champs and champions enjoyed today's YouTube video. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about all the new announcements? Are you excited for a new Spider-Man collaboration, or are you kind of like, it's whatever, we have a lot of other Spider-Man skins in the game already? Let me know all your thoughts about all this down there. However, until next time, I'll catch you champs and champions a little bit later with another upload, so like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it, and until then, peace out.